price, and eventually most of them recover. But we never know. We have to hold things very patiently. Average holding period of 5 years in order to profit from buying things at the right time.
Hey, welcome back. It's a Money Monday edition of Liquid Lunch on NEWSMAX TV. I'm John TABACCO. We're coming to you from the Question Tequila Studios at our little outpost here on Broadway in downtown New York City. Since we started the show, the Dow has turned into the green marginally. I think that's good news. It's Monday. We'll have a great week in front of us this week, but a great day indeed. To celebrate Veterans Day, we bring in one of my most patriotic friends, if not my most patriotic friend, Scott LoBaido.
I don't see him with an American flag tie. Just saying.
That's true.
Just saying.
But you got a tie. He painted about 5,000 flags around the world. So I mean, you wear a tie one day. He paints flags his whole life. But
proof's in the pudding.
Scott LoBaido, New York resident, Staten Island, a great friend of ours. You're always here for the show. You did some paintings for the studio, which are all amazing. We'll show them to you this week in the best of. And don't forget, in case you missed Liquid Lunch any days this week, you can tune in now on Saturdays at 5 p.m., right before Michelle Malkin on NEWSMAX TV, and catch the best shots of this week's Liquid Lunch and all the behind-the-scenes stuff that goes on. It's great. Scotty, so it's Veterans Day. You're always doing stuff for the country. I know you have the 22 Project, that 22 veterans commit suicide every day, and you're out there ringing the bell and advocating for people to create more awareness around this. What better day than Veterans Day for you to talk about this program?
Yeah, it's. I think what it is that there's this stigma attached to, suicide. Which makes sense. It's a very delicate subject with people, and. So I just came up with, this great art installation that I traveled through the first 13 states with in the beginning of this year. And I brought really a lot of attention to it, to the families who don't, get to see anything that's, representative of what they lost, And again, it's about bringing awareness. Everybody's got a movement, bring awareness. But listen to this. Look, 22. I'm writing this on my hand since 2015, when I found out about this. It's now 4 years later. It's still 22. The VA puts out a number recently that says it's only 20. Only is a scary thing. Only 20? 22. Because they don't include the veterans, the homeless veterans, that are off the radar.
They don't count.
They're off the grid. So it's over 22. I really think it is. Listen, if it was 2, it's too many. I think it's disgusting that, this great country that I worship everything, but this is something that does make me sick. It really hurts that there's 22 veterans committing suicide every day. We need to talk about kill the stigma. That's what it is. We have to have this dialogue. We have a car 140 million miles away, driving on Mars. Amazing what we can do. And we can't fix this problem. This crisis, I find it disgusting, and we just, today's a day to celebrate our veterans, but it's also,
Did you bring us any photos or anything?
Yeah, I think you should have some clips of this,
the art,
the installation that I traveled around the country with.
Traveling around with. Do we have that photo? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
boots.
got 22 pairs of boots. I painted them gold, and in the next shot, you'll see I built this big 22 sculpture, but I faced the two twos, facing each other, just playing around with it, and it creates an empty heart.
Wow.
An empty heart. And then I created all these wire figures, 22 of them, and I light them up, and they're all installed. And you see the boots are around, around the 22 pair of them. It's very, very moving. And again, I traveled throughout the 13 original colonies, and I planted them, in this little town, small little towns where people lost somebody to the suicide crisis.
So,
and it really brought out a lot of...
Scott, it's great that you have this artwork that brings so much attention to an issue that's really, as you said, a national crisis. And when we come back after the break, maybe we could chat a little bit about what people can actually do to help in this respect. Because you think about it, we all talk, and those of us that are here in New York remember what happened on September 11th. 3,000 people died on September 11th, and that's terrible, right? In the wars that have happened since September 11th, double that amount have died. And if you look at the number of veteran suicides, it's about 80 times the number that we've lost in all those wars.
More on the wall, more veterans killed themselves than the names that are on the wall in the Vietnam Wall.
Well, we're going to continue with Scott LoBaido.
Well, for
next.
Veterans Day, Scotty, we raise a glass to you. Cheers.
Absolutely.
I may have mentioned it once or twice, but we're in the Question Tequila Studios. We raise a glass today to Scott LoBaido and all those veterans that have gone out there and put their life on the line for us, for our freedoms and liberties that we enjoy like no other country in the world. We're going to take a quick break. Come on back after this with some more with Scott LoBaido.